Something about that. I would be gathering up and making sure we had the countries of the world coming up with $20 billion. Say, here's $20 billion. Stop tearing down the forest. And if you don't, then you're going to have significant economic consequences.
Really, Joe? How are you going to get the other countries to agree to that? You can't even get that sentence out properly.
That saves billions of gallons of gasoline. I mean, billions of $2.3 billion worth of, $500 billion in savings and 2-point-something billion metric tons of CO2 going in the air. 1.2 billion. So you go ahead and you stack spaghetti sauce at a store and in a supermarket. You control the guy or the woman who brings out the carts on a forklift. What happens? They make you management. We cannot let this, we've never allowed any crisis from the Civil War straight through to the pandemic of 17, all the way around 16. We have never let our democracy take second fiddle. We can both have a democracy and elections and at the same time correct the public health. My name's Joe Biden. I'm Jill Biden's husband, and I am Kamala's running mate. You all think I'm kidding, don't you? I mean, no, but I mean, it's not about, I know you're supporting by saying booing, but look, here's the deal. It's just simply not right. When I was vice president with Barack, he allowed me to put together a budget for Amtrak, and it had money for high-speed rail at 200 miles an hour from Charlotte, another line going from in Florida down to Tampa, another line. If we had moved, Gov, we'd have that tunnel fixed in New York now. He said it is what it is. Well, it is what it is because he is who he is. That's why it is what it is. My grandpa was named Ambrose Finnegan. At kitchen table, I learned a lot of basic lessons. Point in history. We have to do more than just build back better. We have to build back better. We have to compete. Anyway, I am very willing to let the American public judge my physical and mental as well as my mental fitness.
The majority wasn't interested in having her, but we had a hearing about it. And what we saw in that hearing was to see leaders of the security community saying, if this stays in place, it's going to hurt our national security because we will not be able to make keep promises that we made to those who helped us in Afghanistan and Iraq. We won't be able to because many of them are Muslim. 1,000 diplomats from the State Department signed is highly unusual. Signed on to their opposition for what this did to us diplomatically in the world. Our men and women in uniform spoke, rank and file men and women spoke directly to the
not from the top. Yeah, you with some wet. Not from the top. That's some wet. Ricky in a mop, that's some wet. I'm talking wop. That's some. That's some wet. Huh?
When Trump was new president, did I say his name? As we have St. Patrick's Day lunch, we can have a moment of what? The investigation that what are we calling now? Special counsel Mueller. Our goals have been to increase cover, lower cost, improve benefits, and expand. Haven't seen a budget. We've seen what do they call it? An outline, blueprint, Minnie Mouse budget. Congresswoman Beatty is on the Financial Services Committee, and they had issues of mutual concern. I think that the administration is pulling this thing under control, and I think it's important to know that. The difference between the attitude toward the people and the children is so different in just these 2 months versus what happened in the past 4 years. In the spring, as my colleague, Congresswoman Escobar has said, who represents El Paso, in the spring, more people do come. So there will be more, as there are now, but they have to know, as the president has said, don't come, and how can we address the challenges in their country so that they stay home? But since they are coming, they fall in different categories, and the administration has plans in place to take care of the children in a much more humane way than before, and that means that we have to have more facilities.